Rice is an important staple in Ghana. Many pests and diseases attack this crop, resulting in low yields in most rice-growing localities, especially in irrigated areas. This leads to lower profit margins and also affects the livelihood of rice farmers. Brown leaf spot of rice is a dangerous disease that affects rice in different stages of production. The disease also affects different parts of the crop, such as the seedlings, the leaves, the stems, and the grains of the affected plants. If a farmer does not detect this disease at an early stage, much of the crop can be lost, leading to poor yields and low incomes.
Ya mele molu blo won fia etefe didi pe ho ye ke mo wona molu ku vovovo ka ke mi va ko be dollar do de na funa molu ku edo ye ke be amakpa wona yellow aba anti makpa ne mi va ko be dollar manye black spot ka ke va ko be le molu ku kata mela s by car dollar la mete de na funa no mana ta nyimo va choose s by car le wonda ela be molu ku mamlo la dollar la de na funa Yeta madwa dang na gble de la be ne be bo awo mo la no vai di mo luku ike dole la mete de na funa abe s by kan no ya te to na de dole la nu ke no we ana be dole la jina da poto enya dang ya madona.
The brown leaf spot disease is caused by a fungus. The disease causes discoloration of the leaves. The leaves change from light green to yellow. Severe damage caused by narrow brown spot decreases the market value of the grains and reduces the milling recovery.
Brown leaf spot, as the name connotes, are some brown spots that are found among the green background of the rice seeds. The reason why this disease has become important is that it appears that the organism that is causing the brown leaf spot that we already know is different from what is causing this particular disease we are seeing. However, because the symptoms are the same, we give them the same name, brown leaf spot. Currently, in the irrigated rice ecologies, where the rice that varieties need a lot of water, this disease is becoming very destructive. It is found mostly in areas where the land was not prepared very well, and so some of the plants do not get enough water. This disease is therefore sometimes described as the poor man's disease, because it appears that when the plants are given enough water and enough nutrients, the disease tends to go away. Symptoms of brown leaf spot look very similar to that of rice blast, which most farmers in Ghana are aware of. The difference is that the spots caused by blast looks like diamond in shape. However, the brown leaf spots look like rectangular to irregular shaped spots. In Ghana, because most farmers are aware of the destructive nature of blast, and because the brown spot looks like the blast, most farmers are applying the treatment for blast against the brown leaf spot unknowingly. This is the reason why applying the same treatment for blast is not working on the brown leaf spot. One other reason is because the organism that causes this current brown leaf spot we are seeing is different from what caused the previous brown spot we know, and also different from the blast fungus.
In this video, we will learn how good agronomic practices can help manage the brown leaf spot disease. But let us first learn how the disease spreads. The disease is seed-borne. This means the disease is carried in the seeds of the infected fields. If these seeds are planted year after year, the disease will continue to affect the yields of farmers. It is therefore important to contact your local agriculture office or certified input dealer for up-to-date list of varieties available. Choose varieties that are either tolerant or resistant to the brown leaf spot disease. Let's listen to a farmer's experience on how different varieties are able to withstand this disease and how the choice of variety can help manage the disease.
Gagba Eric, mon glodela odomotoreka. Afi ya demon glo mi akpoba anyigba me nunya me kawe la anyigba me. E dolela ro la yin e wa dina funa anyigba monwa. Tano zbo mi aje egomola. Ke bu mi ado anyigba akpoba nunya me kawe la anyigba me. E ke akpere mi anchibe na mi da mon glala. Monwa ten acha chire nwi. Na mama no mi la bi akpoba Miako fertilizer, urea, proto, akokbarang, ewade, bongbla. Lema manumila, no matter when mola, dollar level, attend daphne, mongbla, monro, level fetch a chimney. The lama could have gone to Cocata, no Kugoba, and we had the mongbla, and Kugoba, Mushangla, Elade, Afina caught the mongbla.
Because the brown leaf spot disease is seed-borne, it is important to use recommended seed treatment as a preventive measure. Seeds can be treated with fungicides before planting. It is important that you soak your rice seeds in this well-prepared treatment solution for some few minutes to allow the treatment to protect the seeds well before planting.
One important characteristic of brown leaf spot disease is that it is seed-borne. This means the fungus that causes the disease resides on or in the seeds. And therefore, when the seeds are planted in the field, after germination, the fungus now causes the disease. Because of this, one major way of controlling the disease is what we describe as seed treatment. This means the seed must be taken through some processes before planting in the field. One of the processes is by the use of lukewarm hot water. When the water boils, the farmer can allow it to cool and he can just dip his finger in the water. If it's comfortable enough, then that temperature is okay. Another method for treating the seeds before planting is the use of chemicals. Currently, the common practice is to use mancozeb at a recommended rate to treat the seeds before planting. In this regard, a farmer who desires to use the chemical seed treatment must consult experts so that he or she will be guided as to how to go about the process.
To manage this disease, you need to adopt good agronomic practices. This should begin with proper land preparation. Poor land preparation leads to high incidence of the disease in the field. Let us listen to how to prepare your rice fields in order to minimize this disease.
Brown leaf spot near Arabia, Mura, and so brown. Now, if you're for be or Sahel, no, now me adaroma, kakra, Hunuquaya, you beat me, a anoquai. The Etio Pan is a Yarian Huno, a Nimuka crabra, mono or honum, and so a shall see free assassin a CC. Assassin a CC, be a here or a muye mupa, and soon pay no, any pa and fa, no, say a here. The Omuni say, oh, yeah, was assassin who you ma. We is assassin better suyi, na level. Say, quiet a baby, I a paper, baby go form, baby I a paper. The business say, in swan to me for a monumunina. Yen enemy pans or say, a more dear Nina in su, a name, the Dian in Ra or the Bemano. Tis all made Dian in Ronan swent man for Honoma. Plant na a mono, ain't mean failure in Rono. Till the BC and say, in your Diania, a set effata. In Timpebre, no say, oh, you assassin the CC na. We so be who say assassin, any atoso ye. Na assassin, any paper, any abua bubia. Ebi a ye asase CC and land preparation na omo use kubota ebi use harrow the here pa ne say level on the nsuo gina mu a enyina faako enya faako eno ya de kese a ehia ewo asase CC ni mu ebiem asase CC no wa anye ne ya ne nwura akaso a enwura no ne mo no ebeko apreduane na ama emo no time ehia enuane nro pa enya enuane nro no na mo no enya sa brown spot na etotototo enwura ne so no said the maybe a chair yeshia ya can land preparation one seven no e ade ehia ye wo emudu emu pa so osiesie asase ne ye na toso a emenso timi gina mu ye emu edru booting stage ebra edru a na otwe ko na otwe mbienu mu ebe flower no ya na yare ni show pa emrebi atwam ka ya bai ke be won se so nyina ye brown na ya areho eka ebebe fie efise ka koka flag leaf no ahaban na beba soro a ansa na flower no na akoye se ekasusuro na yebo enso ye land preparation ya ye no ene ye hwe ade a ye hu wa ha emo na ye kama yi pa enso gina ase ye kama ye nitrogen ye urea de ma enso akomu a ahokora anko bia na anko taifa nti emo no aye kama uhwe mu nso a land preparation ye no nti no enwura nim na ene mo na beko apanu ne ndro ho nti land preparation ene ye omo ehia pa
fifia mado emoluku gbo ni kama kponye be na yeba odemoluku adego ye mi vai play les azama ne ba bagble de la ye elenuku ma ko won eperesi ade ele wo ma nuku afa no metrona ikabe dolele yo ke denafuna molwa evana suna gbo awu gbanto ya ta da nke madona mi anovi agble de la nye bede no bo awo nuku a no yire agric offices so alo agric to yo ke research center so ke ona obe no de moluku de gunami ne mi atazan no ava no flele fuma ikebe no azane mi ata dogole dolele yo ke denafuna mi pasifoma.
It is important to keep fields free from weeds. This is because some weeds serve as carriers of the fungus that cause the brown leaf spot disease in the rice fields. Another way to manage this disease is to use balanced nutrition. It is important to test your soils before each planting season. This will give you an idea of the quantity of nutrients to use on the field for proper growth of your plants. You need to also irrigate your crops as and when your rice crops need water. Farmers who starve their crops due to inadequate nutrients and/or water are mostly affected by this disease. Avoid over-irrigating your crops. When you over-irrigate, the humidity increases and your rice field is more likely to get the disease. When scouting for weeds and insects, regularly check your crops for crops affected with the leaf spot and other diseases. Monitor your crops frequently when the weather is cool or rainy. The disease is common when humidity levels are high and the temperature is below 20 degrees Celsius. Remove affected plants and destroy them. If despite applying all these methods discussed earlier, the disease is still in the field, then it is advisable to apply a recommended fungicide. Contact your local agriculture extension agents to assist you when selecting your agrochemical. Remember to wear your protective equipment when applying agrochemicals.
You said that bia ye kire ne ye pese ye no. Da bia da obehwe se wafuo no enranim. Da bia da enra wo mu a ne obetimi atutu afrim se sha ase ne enra ne bro so na chemical de be spray a ko ba bia sefata ne ye ma wo chemical ebe boa wo mo na yeyi. Sa anso na yare ne sha ase a obekọ agrochemical shop a eboa sa agrochemical shop be ma wo edru a de be ku brown leaf spot no emfa wa wo pe nkope edru bia amfanye